I could eat a small child right now. Of course, I didn't meal prep anything. This diet sucks. I wish I could just have mac and cheese.
But you can! Who the f are you? What's going on, savages? In this video, I'm gonna show you how to make Panera mac and cheese, but leaner and better. And by better, I mean a little bit more adventurous tasting. I asked you guys on my Instagram which national fast food chain makes the best mac and cheese, and a lot of you said Panera, with Chick-fil-A being a close second. So of course I had to go try both. And I'm taking inspiration from both of these two chains to put my own little savage twist on it. Not to mention, when you go into a Panera, it's really hard to say no to their cookies. Like, if you can walk out of there and just get mac and cheese without getting one of their cookies, you're a better human than I am, so. At the end of this video, I'm gonna be comparing my leaner mac and cheese to Panera, and I'm gonna be rating it on a scale from 0 to 100. How close is it to the real deal? Because as we all know with leaner food swaps, it never gets quite to 100%, but if you can get like 80 to 90% of the way there, that's a good food swap to make a part of your fitter lifestyle. The Panera mac and cheese cost me about $11, 920 calories, 33 grams of protein, 67 grams of carbs, and 57 grams of fat.
But we're gonna be doing our leaner version here for 640 calories, 75 grams of protein, 47 grams of carbs, 30 grams of fiber, and 31 grams of fat.
If you're new here, welcome. My name's Juliana. I'm a lifetime natural pro bikini champion, wife, and mom. This channel is helping people get into the best shape of their life without giving up the foods they love. It's like the fitness influencers say,
you gotta make it a lifestyle.
If you want practical tips on how to actually do that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss a video. Let's head on down to the kitchen and get cooking. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do here, and this is an optional step, is preheat your oven to 325. What I noticed about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is it kind of had this like baked vibe about it, whereas the Panera mac and cheese didn't. And if you're into baked mac and cheese, definitely go ahead and preheat your oven to 325. I'm gonna be using the Ninja air fryer. It's a new toy that I just got and I am absolutely obsessed with it. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our water to a boil and add a little bit of salt. Now for this recipe, I'm making black truffle bacon mac and cheese. I know, but it's something I feel like really makes it like a savage recipe. It's classy and it's kind of bougie, but it's also, you know, got bacon, so it's great. If you are not into black truffle or you've never had black truffle before, I would definitely not recommend adding the black truffle salt to this recipe because it's just gonna be a little bit too much and too overpowering for you. But if you've gone to a lot of like Michelin star restaurants or things like that, there's usually some kind of white truffle or black truffle option on the menu. And that's because black truffles and white truffles are very much a delicacy. They're kind of like the caviar of fungi. Is that a good analogy? I don't know. The salt that I'm using isn't real black truffle, but the reason why black truffles and white truffles and all kinds of truffles are so expensive is just because they're so rare and it takes a lot of work to get them. I'm kind of giving you like a little bit of truffle 101, but the most expensive truffle was like 4 pounds and went for over $60,000 at auction. $60,000 for 4 pounds of fungus. That's insane. Once that water hits boiling temperature, we're gonna add in your macaroni. For this, I'm gonna be using
a brand called Kaizen, I believe that's how you pronounce it, which only has 130 calories per serving and 20 grams of protein. We're actually doubling the serving size here, so you could make a smaller portion for significantly less calories. I also wanted to include another option for you because Kaizen's kind of expensive and I wanted to like include a cheaper option. It's a little bit more calories, a little bit less protein, but it does the job as well.
Banza chickpea pasta variety. Chickpea pasta doesn't taste like chickpeas, so don't freak out. I know it sounds scary because you're like, Juliana, I don't want my pasta to taste like chickpeas. You do not have any chickpea taste in this noodle. It tastes very close to actual pasta. I would say the only difference is that it's a little bit thicker, but you really don't notice it in the actual recipe. Like, I'll swap out regular mac and cheese with this mac and cheese with my husband and he doesn't even notice. I picked this pasta up at Whole Foods, but I'm pretty sure you can pick up a chickpea pasta at Walmart. Pretty much every grocery store has a chickpea variety of pasta now that's always gonna be much higher in protein. Now on the back of this Banza box, it says Banza versus average pasta, you're getting 20 grams of protein versus 13 grams of protein, 8 grams of fiber versus 3 grams of fiber. Fiber is kind of something that makes you poop better and makes you feel a little bit more full for longer because it just takes longer to digest. And then you're gonna have 52 grams of net carbs versus 71 grams of net carbs. So this is more like keto friendly. I don't know, I'm not keto. But my heart goes out to you if you are because that sounds hard. The other pasta that I heard works really well for mac and cheese is the Birria plus protein variety in the Rotini. I think that's how you say it, the Rotini noodle. Rotini noodles are typically better to cook macaroni and cheese in because they've got all those spirals. It makes the cheese stick to the noodle much better than any other type of pasta.
So go ahead and pour about 112 grams of any of these pastas into your boiling water.
Then while that's cooking for the next 8 to 10 minutes, we're gonna start our bacon. We're gonna put 2 strips of bacon, or more than that if you want to meal prep, on a pan and let that cook. Then we're gonna chop up the bacon and that's gonna go inside of our pasta at the end. Be sure to save that bacon fat because we're definitely gonna be using that later. Once that 8 to 10 minutes is up, check on the consistency of your pasta with a little taste test. Remember, you don't want it too hard or too soft. Everyone's got their personal preference when it comes to this. Once your pasta is done cooking, strain that pasta with a strainer, get all the water out and put it back in the pot. Then we're gonna be adding our cheeses.
56 grams of Fat Free Mozzarella, 20 grams of Parmesan cheese, 50 grams of reduced fat cream cheese,
and mustard powder. Now you might be thinking, mustard powder, Juliana, that sounds so weird and nasty. Why would I want my macaroni and cheese to taste like mustard? The mustard's gonna bring out the cheese flavor. It's not gonna taste like mustard. Just makes everything taste cheesier, taste better. Just don't skip it. Then we're gonna give it a little mixeroo and add just a tiny bit of almond milk here until you get it a little bit creamier. Be very light-handed with the almond milk because if you go overboard, you can't kind of like mess it up. You can't really go backwards. If you're into that black truffle vibe, add another dash of the black truffle sea salt and keep mixing until the cheese looks creamy like this. Then add your chopped up bacon in and a tiny bit of that bacon fat to give it that Now you could totally stop here and just enjoy, but the one thing that I loved about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese was that it had that baked vibe. It kind of gives it that crispy cheese thing on the outside, which is just like casserole-y and just lasagna-y, kind of all mixed into one, and I just love that. So what we're gonna do here is plop our mac and cheese onto a little bit of baking foil, put it into our oven, bake it for about 5 to 10 minutes at 325. On my Ninja air fryer, I ended up doing 5 minutes at 325, and it came out like this. Now we're gonna plate our mac and cheese. Oh my God, this looks so good. So excited. I should have like put more of the bacon on top for the thumbnail. But check this out. Here you've got your Panera mac and cheese. Then you've got the Butliner mac and cheese. Take a look at this. Bacon truffle deliciousness. And then of course, Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is here as well. Take a look at this cheesy goodness. The moment you've all been waiting for, the taste test. Okay. Okay. Wow, that's really good. Next, we're gonna go in for Panera mac and cheese. Sad thing about this is literally like a bite of this is like 50 calories. It's really sad. It's like, it's just not worth it. Panera, I'm sorry. Then we're gonna go for the Chick-fil-A. For this many calories in the Chick-fil-A, I could see how that would be worth it. I'm not really getting it from the Panera. Also, for $11, like, come on guys, come on. I expect like a foot massage in addition to eating mac and cheese for that. I am very happy with my mac and cheese. It's got the bacon flavor, it's got the cheesiness, it's got the creaminess. Nailed it. Guys, I'm gonna put this one at 90% of the way there. Obviously, it doesn't taste exactly like it because I added my own little savage twist to it. Oh my God. I am so proud of myself. I love it when I get to 90%. Woo! Woo! That's some chef right there. Yes! If you're not already on the waitlist for the cookbook, sign up below. It's gonna be great. If you give this recipe a try, tag me on Instagram and let me know what you think. Make good choices, and I will see you in the next video.